Recently, I heard this story, I don't know how true it is, but recently I heard the story about the people who make Flora margarine, that they were losing out their market a wee bit to a lot of other butters like Country Made and Dairy Spread and Connacht Gold, and all these were taking over the market, and Flora was kind of taking a back seat. So they decided they would have a competition to get a selling slogan for Flora margarine, and they decided that the way they would do it, they would get people to come and do a natural thing in front of a microphone in the television studios and record it, and if it worked out they would use it as their ad. And they were intrigued to get an entry from a fella from West Donegal. So he found himself up one day in the studio with about 10 others. So it came his turn, and the floor manager says to him, well, you know what you've got to do? He says, all you have to do is just tell us a story why you eat Flora margarine. He says, there's a microphone over there. He says, don't worry about the lights and the cameras. He says, you'll be okay. So your man gets up in front of the mic and he says, well, nowadays I always eat the Flora, because when I was a wee boy, I always liked the country butter. And my mother, God be good to her, for my father wasn't. She always made the country butter. And I always liked it, especially when there was no hairs in it. Then one time I was hired with a big farmer near Castlefin, and I heard that the mistress made country butter, and I was waiting for the chance to get a bite of it because I loved the country butter. Then one day after the work, and she made the dinner, and after the dinner she made a big pot of tea, and she had a big corn scone, and she took a big dadge of country butter and she put it on the corn scone and she gave it to me. And I says, oh jeez, this is great. And I took a bite out of it, and I thought I was poisoned. My God, I waited till I got her back turned, and I gave it to the big sheepdog that was under the table. And I clear to God, he had to lick his own arse to get the bad taste out of his mouth. Nowadays I always eat the Flora.